I wanted to do one more live tonight. This time brought me a little, I guess, healthier drink tonight. Got some blue or grape crush to pour over in my Deer Park water. Gotta take a little drink out of it. Oh, and you just put it over in it. It's a lot healthier than all the pop. I've drunk so much pop and things like that today. Hope everybody has enjoyed their weekend. I know tomorrow starts the work week. Not fun with that, but check out how dark that came and got there. But it's really good. Has a really good taste, really good flavor. Oh, like I said, a lot better for me than all the Dr. Pepper and things like that. I know last night we read the book just a little bit, or my first book, Sky Scorcher, book 1. I read in it just a little bit, and I wanted to start this one off tonight. I kind of want to finish the chapter that I was on. Kind of just finish the chapter, get it, give everybody an idea of kind of where it's at. Maybe the chapter. That's a lot of reading, so we might take. Well, it's not bad. A few pages there. The cool thing about it is, like I was telling everybody last night, it is on Amazon. But before I get started into that one, I have another book I want to introduce, and this one, my wife actually done it, and I was super proud. Hello, randomness. Welcome back to the chat, the stream, I guess, here. This one it's called Just One Shot, and it is a 52-week photography challenge. And of course, she's wrote another one, and it's really, really good. And hello, Venture Girls. I won't, because she's filled this one up with different photos and things like that, and we used, if I'm not mistaken, it was a thing. Oh, what was the name of that? Sprocket, I think. Don't know how to highlight. I wonder if you just hit @ and type in Quarantine Dad, if that would. I don't know how that would work. Hey. How's everybody doing? But I do want to show this one just a little bit, and I'll find a page that she hasn't done here and show you kind of like. Okay, so she put this together, and like I said, it's available on Amazon as well. So this one is week 27, and the title is Something Old. It says, take a picture of something at least older than you are. The older, the better. So, and she leaves plenty enough space right here. And then on some of them, she will like give little hints on how to, like what setting will look really, really good, and like shutter speed, different things like that. And let's see if we can find another one. Right here. So this one is week 33, and it's called A Bug's Eye. And like I said, she leaves enough room for you to put your picture in here, or however you would like to do that. But this is how she describes to use the camera. It says, lie on your stomach and set your camera on the floor. Take a picture of the world the way a bug might see it if crawling through. It says, hallways look awesome this way. So it's some of the things that she done there and everything like that. Still can't get it to work. What are we talking about, guys? I was completely reading this and wouldn't understand it. Are we trying to figure out how to get somebody else to show up in chat or something like that? I'll see what I can figure out once we wrap it up here tonight. And I did bring the game back tonight. I've got a couple other games that we could potentially play before we hop into this one again. I don't want to. I'm not completely ignoring you. See, I can pull up chat here. All messages are visible. See, I can't help it. So, but like I was saying, the games. I'm big on the games. I think it's a good icebreaker, and I'd like to get into some of the other ones. Let me know what you think about getting into some different games. They're going to be similar themed, kind of like the Game of Things. There'll be things like some of them might be, you know, just a smidge different themed. You know, some of them might be Disney, or some of them might be, I don't know, just completely random. But they'll be like card-based games. I'm glad you guys like them because we have all kinds of games that we can play. Let's see. So let's go ahead and start one here with the game. Let's see what happens. This one is, of course, we're doing the Game of Things again, which is random questions, and it's all about things. Like this one, things you would like to ask Siri. And I have seen some YouTube videos where they ask Siri some pretty crazy stuff, and the responses are just out there, you know. So, ooh, this is a good one. I've kind of wondered this since Monster Inc. came out. I mean, no, I'm not. And I'd say Siri is, though. Let's see. This one is things monsters do in the closet while waiting to scare you. Well, with this one, you kind of you come up with an answer, and the way that we're playing it on this game, normally you would have a piece of paper and you'd write down answers and things like that on it, and basically just do it like that. But this one is things monsters do in the closet while waiting to scare you. I'm going to say they probably, if they have cell phones, they're probably just like us scrolling through their cell phone, you know, looking at their Facebook feed and all that. Probably asking themselves, man, is this person ever going to go to bed? You know? Let's see. Here is a good one. Things you won't ever give up on or ever give up. Me personally, I don't think I could ever give up snacks. What's the person? That's pretty good. You go with each other. Those are two very good answers on that one. Something else probably would never give up is probably never give up on myself. I mean, hey, or on my loved ones, which I mean that falls under where randomness said family, exact God. That's a good one. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Things that you wish lasted a long time. I don't know about y'all, but I wish my childhood had lasted a lot longer than it did. That and naps, a good movie, one that has you on the edge of your seat. The same could be said about a book. A good book, speaking of, good book. Good book. Fishing trips. Yes. Family time. Family time. I wish family time could be longer. I wish there wasn't so many things that distracted us. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have? Here's a good one. Things Batman does when no one is looking. I'm gonna say pick his nose, because I'm not met a human yet that doesn't do that. That and yeah, I'd say so. Uh, I'd say take his mask off to get a drink of something or something like that. Ah, there we go. Yes. The Batman suit too, according to all the actors that played Batman, they said that it was really hard to get off and on. It was so tight. Things you say you will never do again, but always do. So, let's see. I've got one, and I said I would probably. I did kind of swear off chocolate for a while, but here recently, I've started on chocolate again. Reese cups, in particular, they're kind of a weakness for me, and I had given them up for a long time because they were kind of giving me headaches and things like that. Chocolate was in general. Stay up late, and I know I have to work. Like, yes, I'm guilty of that. Big time. Big time guilty of that. Uh, Here's one. Things that look strange. Cross a big bridge. Yes. Things that look strange. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say platypus. I think that's one of the weirdest looking creatures or strangest looking creatures I've ever seen. Something else. Things that look strange. I don't know about y'all, but I always thought some of the things that look strange are those, I guess, the centipedes that's got all the legs on them, and then they've got like the two behind them, and they just kind of move around, the little like that, and then they have the same thing on the front, so you never know which end is the head and which one's not the head. You know what I mean? Yeah, jellyfish looks strange. An octopus or a squid. I think those are very strange looking. Which of course, I think I look strange in the morning. I wake up and look in the mirror and I'm like, whoa, what is that? Anyway, moving on. So, I didn't read the back of this book, and I will take a break from the game. I want to read the back of this one real quick. So this, like the whole ordeal of this one is challenging you to basically get active, kind of not necessarily go outside and get active, but there is a lot of outside things you can do, like outdoors, kind of like get you on some little adventures and things like that. The back, it says Nicole Mead's book encourages you to capture life. After all, you only get one shot. It says, are you up to the challenge? Just one shot includes 52 prompts that encourage you to see the world differently, whether you're taking a picture of an early morning sunrise or something less traditional. Anyone up to the photography, their silverware. The challenge lies in the fact that you're only allowed one shot at taking the picture. This carefree journal, like book, because I mean it's basically what it's set up as is a journal, because I mean you can write in it, and I think there is some places in here to actually, yeah, at the end it's kind of got that where you can, you know, if you wanted to, you tell about some of your little adventures you got on, and the way that you've done things, and just cool stuff like that. But this carefree journal-like book is a fun way to explore the world of photography, regardless if you're an amateur or an expert. And I definitely fall under the guidelines as I guess less than an amateur, extreme novice. When we do the videos, My wife, she does, the filming and the editing and everything like that. I'm just the goofy goober in front of the camera. But if you get a chance to break the boredom of everyday life, go check out this one. I mean, it's on Amazon. It's like I said, it's 52 weeks. So I mean, but you can do it as you please. I mean, there's all different kinds of different things that she challenges you to do. It's really, really cool. I try to be goofy. Well, I don't guess I have to try. It just comes kind of natural. So, anyway, where were we at here? Well, do you want me to read out of this one, or to go back to the game real quick and kind of just back and forth a little bit there? Because I don't mind either way. I got plenty of time tonight. Don't have to do nothing until about 9:30 in the morning anyway. So, let's hop back on the game for a minute. I feel like the game. Let's see if I can get these cards to pick up. They're really slick. My goodness. This one is things you hope will never be done by robots. So basically, my job. I hope robots never do that. Let's see. Which, I mean, they're kind of getting everywhere now. Between autopilot on cars, on the electric cars, even in doctor's office. Yeah, they even doing surgery now. What's up, beard man? If you're just coming in, we're playing a game, and you can always back up and check out. We've been introducing some of the books that me and my wife have done, like that. And we're playing the game of things. Teachers in schools. Yeah, I don't think we need to replace those with robots. Or anything in government. We'll say it like that. Here's one. Things humans don't need anymore. Well, there's several things that I guess we, as humans, don't need anymore. One, we don't need violence no more. So, that one. Hello, Miranda. Arm hair. Arm hair. Yeah. I think something else humans don't need anymore is body odor. Can we just get past that whole thing? Don't need horses to plow no more. Don't need. There's no more steam power either. So I don't guess we need that. Let's see. Things you would like to take back. The 90s. The 90s. And see, that would have took care of the gas prices, because in like 90 something they were, I don't know, below $1. Let's see. God, the 90s was just such a good time. Let's see. Okay. Things that would be helpful to have during a zombie apocalypse. I'm going to say X-ray glasses or infrared glasses. Toilet paper? Yeah, because you never know. We've been through one of those shortages. Lord have mercy. Woody Harrelson of Zombieland. I feel you on that one. Let's see. Things you're not a fan of. I'm going to go out on the limb and say I'm not a big hockey fan. I'm not going to bash it, because I kind of like to watch it every now and then. It's not my sport. I'm also not a fan of I don't even know if they make them anymore. Mellow Cups. I don't like Mellow Cups. Bad jokes, yeah. Spiders, poisonous snakes. I'm not a big, I'm not a big fan of those. So, I just, I can't. I'd rather have a Reese cup than a Mellow Cup. I mean, they don't even taste like marshmallow, and ain't that what they're supposed to be filled with? I mean, there's so many better things out there. I watch Macaque. That is, I don't even know if they make them anymore or not, but those was better than Mellow Cups. Or what was it, the $1 Million chocolate bar or something like that? Well, we'll bring all them and give them to you because I'm not a big fan of them. Something else I'm not a big fan of is, brace yourself, broccoli. Broccoli and cheese. Broccoli, however, I'm not a big fan of it. It's broccoli, no. It's, you can keep it. You can have it all. Here's a good one. Things you shouldn't buy online. I'm going to go out on a limb and just say clothes. I can never, ever, just about, a few times I've ordered clothes online and they actually fit and not have to send them back. But I know I'm ranting here. Shoes, exactly. I'm talking pants, socks, shirts, anything you buy, just about it online is awful. Anything on Wish. Is Wish even still a thing, by the way? I mean, the last thing I ordered from Wish, I never got it, and that's been like 5 years ago. And it was like this cool spyglass that, like, you know, could zoom in and see the craters on the moon. It was like this big, but never got that. So I'm pretty sure that was a lie. Let's see. Here's an easy one. He ordered a bike that he never got off of Wish. See, they sold everything, but they would just, it just seemed like, I've seen so many bad YouTube videos or YouTube videos on bad products that they got, like stuff that would have sleeves that would like drag the ground, you know, from Wish. Here's one. Things that are make-believe. Harry Potter. Star Wars. As bad as I would like for Star Wars to be kind of real, because I'd like to have a lightsaber. Yeah, Pegasus. Those things like that. My book is fiction. It is all make believe. It's still crazy that I pulled all this out of my head, and I'm going to read some of that here in just a minute. Will everybody saying Bigfoot? Like WWE wrestling, because there is a real wrestling, like high school wrestling. That's real. High school wrestling is a real actual sport. That one's actually 100% real. Well, thank you. This one is really good too. Next weekend we're gonna wait until the weekends to do live videos, but I'm gonna get her other book next weekend and go over it because it is so cool. They were mentioned in the Bible. They were. Several creatures, including dragons, were. Let's see. I want to read just a little bit here out of the book. We stopped off last night kind of left it on a cliffhanger here. As James was getting out of bed, he opened the letter, which read, and I stopped right there. So we're going to turn the page, and it reads, Mr. Blackman, due to the recent sighting of the Sky Scorcher in the north, we see no reason to give chase. New orders are for you to prepare the defense and security of the palace for the upcoming King's Ball. Sincerely, Sky Marshal Nealon of the Aerial Defense Department. It just brings. I'm sorry. When I'm reading this, it brings back just so many memories of me writing it and kind of get nostalgic. So just bear with me here. Let's see. Said James as he sighed heavily. Is it important, Misty asked. It would seem that I am to halt the chase of pirates and report to the palace to raise defense and security levels for the King's Ball, said James as he sorted, it's not snorted, sorted through more papers. So, I'll pack your travel bag and prepare your personal ship immediately, Mr. Blackman, said Misty as she started gathering things to pack. I know. Just, you have to look over me because it's just like, all this is, it's just flooding back into my mind. Thank you, Misty. Oh, and pack a bag for yourself as well. You'll be accompanying me, replied James. All right, said Misty with a smile. It had been too long since she thought, since she had a chance to perform her actual job, not just being a lowly maid to the Blackwans, but also personal bodyguard for James. As she packed her personal belongings, James finished his breakfast and headed towards the training room. The steam-powered training machines were made to be fencing partners for James so that he could keep in practice. The machines, although powered by steam, were formidable opponents. They were designed to change their movement each time a new practice section began. James had fought many pirates and had some close calls, too close for comfort. One had left him with a nasty scar across his ribs on his right side. James just finished his morning practice when Misty's voice came through the intercom. Mr. Blackman, we're all set, said Misty. That's great news. I'll finish up and be right there. James entered the boarding dock and checked the time. It was 12:30 p.m. That meant that they would arrive at the palace late the next morning. Should I keep reading? Have y'all been talking? I've been looking down. I'm sorry. Let me check the chat here. See what y'all been talking about. Snorting through some pages. I know. I tell you, sometimes I get tongue-tied. Can't help it. Anyway. All right, here we go. Misty had already reached, see, get tongue-tied, the boarding dock and was giving a list of chores to the other staff, two being her younger sisters and her younger brother, Chris. Chris keep things in order while we're gone, said James as he walked over to them. As James and Misty boarded the ship, the engine spewed out large amounts of steam and the docking couplings released with a loud clank. Just like that, the ship was sailing through the air. Engine is at full speed, sir, said Misty to James. The day went on, and the ship continued steaming toward Moon and Star Palace. James was busy drawing plans for their security. His late father, who was head of security the previous year at the King's Ball, had been more slack on security. That year, James was going to make sure all was in order for the ball. Sir, I have secured the previous... Gosh, I can't read tonight. Lord have mercy. I have secured the provisions and managed to make dinner, said Misty smugly. Right on time, as usual, replied James. Will Lieutenant Plateman be in charge of personal security for the king? Misty asked as they ate dinner. Let's take a break from reading. I'm horrible at it tonight. What it is I'm thinking about writing while I'm reading, and it's getting in my head. So let's play a little bit more of the game and get out of that. But anyway, let's see. Let's get another stack of cards here because we're getting low on those here. Here's one. Things that can get easily out of control. Me reading my own book. I think sometimes things that are easy to get out of control is people driving, dishes and laundry. Yeah, a horse. Let's see. Temper. Temper can get out of control super easy, especially when you stump your toe. You want to find out how good your manners are? Stump your toe. Um, let's see. Something else that can. Yeah, a cat. Spending money. Oh, spending money can get so bad out of control. Yeah, grass growing, letting it grow up. Except for in the summertime. The summertime, well, when it's dry, it can get real crunchy, and you don't have to worry about mowing. That's one of the good things. Uh, here's one. Things you don't need very much of. I don't need a whole lot of coconut. I don't much care for it, and I just don't need a whole lot of it. That being said, I like the lotion with coconut in it. I mean, it smells good, but I ain't gonna eat it. Things you don't need very much of. I mean, me personally, I don't need a whole lot of, I guess, television, because I got my phone with YouTube and everything. Socialization, yeah. Jewelry, yeah. Mellow cups, don't need those. Shoes. Well, now, if we was to ask my 6-year-old this, then it would be a necessity to have shoes. One for every hour of the month, you know. Oh goodness. Here's one. Things that cause misery. Briars, thorns. I hate picking them out. They just grieve me. I still have on this thumb, see that bite dot? That's where I picked one out. And right beside of it right there, that's where I picked another one out. So yeah. Mail cups. Ex-girlfriends. A broken nail. I usually keep my fingernails pretty short. Okay. I just know if you meant mail cup or what. Sorry, that was. I can see you right now sitting down there holding your tablet, laughing. Nail polish. Let's do this one. I don't want to do this card, but for the sake of everybody watching, I'm going to do this card. Things you were wrong about. I've been wrong only twice in my life, and both of those times was was pretty devastating to my ego. I was wrong. I left my keys on the porch one time. Looked everywhere. Could have swore I laid them on the kitchen table or hung them up, but they were on the porch. Like left them out there overnight and everything. I'm talking keys to the house, keys to the car, keys to the truck, keys to everything. So, yeah. You leave yours in the door. Let's see, something else I've been wrong about. Time. I have been so wrong about time that it is awful. Awful. In the day, I have got up of the morning, got ready, and thought I had to go to work, and just so happened to like look and see what day it was, and it's a day that you're off. I've done that. Done that, like guilty, hands down, was completely wrong about that day. I've done that before. and that goes kind of goes along with this one. It's things that were simply a misunderstanding. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, or have your glasses and not have them, think you don't have them on, or you've lost them, thinking that you've lost them, and you have people looking, and you're like, oh, hey, wait a minute, guys, they're on my face. I've done that. Uh, let's see. Things that were simply a misunderstanding. I've got confused before, and it kind of been misunderstanding. You've been talking on your phone and looking for your phone. That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. Misunderstanding mail cups. Oh, where's my phone at? I'm talking to it right now, literally. Ooh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Things your mom does best. Well, I would say certain things about cooking, but Mom, if you're watching this, I'm a good cook too, so I'm going to brag about my cooking. You do make some awesome pies. But I have to say this. My mom does Christmas like a boss. Yes, meatloaf. I've eaten the meatloaf. Meatloaf is really good. Washes dishes, laundry, knows exactly what to say and when to say it to cheer you up. I think that's what moms do good. If you had a dad like my dad, Dad was like, "Oh, you got a knot on your head the size of a watermelon. Rub some dirt on it. You'll be okay. Walk it off." And then it was always the I think I'm gonna have to go take a nap with Dad. You know. Well, I need to talk to you about this. Well, let's talk after I take a nap. And then when he wakes up, I'm like, man, I forgot what I wanted to talk to you about. You know. So yeah. Yes. And they are really good about just the glue of the family. I'll give Mom's props there. Oh, this one hits home. Things you don't like to do but have to do. Oh, work. Who likes to work? Don't like to do it, but I have to do it. I think it does fall back on dishes and laundry, always. I don't like to have to go to the dentist. I don't like to have to give blood. I know that's so selfish, but I'm scared of needles, guys. I'm terrified on it. I leave town for work. I was giving blood like, I think this has been a few months ago. And listen, I don't know if this is something you're supposed to say, but after everything was said and done, they done took the blood. They took like, I don't know how many out of me. I get up, I walk around the corner to the checkout office, and I'm like, hey, they said I could make another appointment or schedule another appointment or something like that. So here I go, I'm standing there, and I literally ask them, because I start getting hot from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet and just like cold and clammy. And I was like, I feel awful. I was like, ma'am, can I like go outside and get some air? And she's like literally like this. Oh Lord, honey, you're about to pass out. And went right back down to writing. And the other one sitting in the chair, she takes off running like she's an athlete and goes and gets a wheelchair and slides it up underneath me and pushes me in a back room. And like 6 of them picked me up out of the wheelchair and set me down on the doctor's bed and was like shoving crackers down my throat and drinking water. And I'm like, am I going to die? I was like, what's wrong with me? And, here I am, just first time giving blood or getting my blood checked. And they was like, no, you're good. You're just passing out from where we took your blood. And I was like, is that why my arm is tingling? And the top of my head and all that other stuff? He's like, yeah, that's why. I was like, oh. And I mean, you can't make this up. This really happened. And I really said, hey, do you care if I go outside? And then she just like, oh, honey, you're pale as a ghost. You're going to pass out. And I was like, really? And I just start rocking back and forth. I mean, that happened. That happened. I don't know about y'all, but that was a weird doctor's experience for me. And I don't know. I don't know. I've had a couple weird ones. Let me get a drink here and I'll tell you another one. We have video of this somewhere. I think we may have made a YouTube video out of it. I can't remember. It might have been our 100th video that we made. There was a lot of snow on the ground and ice, and it got really, really packed. Yeah, video on the channel. It's the 100th video, and I think the thumbnail is me with crutches sitting in a doctor's office, and I'm like, I'm okay. But anyway, I fall on the ice, land on my knee weird, slide down the hill, just fortunate enough to, or I guess lucky enough to get it caught on the security camera, and you literally just see me walking across the there down like that, So we go and the doctor's checking me out, and he's like, oh, you just overextended it and everything like that. And here I am, hobbling around on 2 crutches, and I'm a big guy. At this time, I was like 270 pounds. I'm 6'2", 6'3", and walking up there, and they're my wife showing them pictures and videos of me falling and everything like that, and she's like, it was so funny, you should have seen it. And here I am laying out there on the cold ice, screaming at her, come and help me up. Can't get nobody to come help me up. And I was like, man, come on now, leaving me out here in the cold, laying on the ground. But those 2 was probably my worst experiences. Well, I guess this most recent time was not a good one either. So I'm over here cutting down trees to clear off the little bit of the sinkhole here and clean it up a little bit and everything. And I'm cutting a tree down about like this, and it gets caught in grapevines, and it swings out, and I'm just watching it swing, and then it comes right back, hits me in the leg, and pins me against another tree. And at this point in time, my 6-year-old is all that's there with me. She's sitting up here at the top of the road. She's watching. She's laughing. She's throwing rocks and everything. Until this incident happened, she's like, oh my gosh, are you alive? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. She's like, I'm coming to you. I was like, no, you stay right there. Go get your mother. No, there's no time. And I was like, what do you mean there's no time? She's like, I'm going to go. I'm coming to you. And, well, yeah, I probably do need a insurance policy. But yeah, this was right around the time, you like laid the chainsaw down on your leg. And but at this she was coming down the hill, and I got her to stop about halfway down. I'm like, just let me sit here, just let Daddy sit here, because I'm I threw the chainsaw like 20 feet down the hill, and I'm laying there, and I'm like hopping around and like flopping around on the ground like a fish. And my wife's like, come on, Daisy, we gotta go. We're gonna go take off trash. And I was like, yeah, y'all go on. Just get her up the hill. And then she's like, no, Dad's hurt. And she starts laughing. My wife starts laughing. She's like, no, he's not. And then she looks over the hill. She's like, hey, why are you laying down? I was like, because, hurt my leg, but that's cool. I can stand up. So, needless to say, I had to go to urgent care, and they looked at it, x-rayed it, done all that stuff, bent it, poked it, and stuff like that, and make sure that it wasn't broke. Fortunately, it wasn't broke. There was no cracks, no fractures, nothing like that. So I think that was awesome. You do. And the crazy thing about that The day before I got that far over in there and had cut that tree down that came back and hit me in the leg, the day before that, I seen a limb that was shaped kind of like a cane. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to cut that. So I cut it and trimmed it up and just laid it down beside the fence. And I was like, I'll get that and, make a cane for somebody or potentially me. Who would have thought, So, and y'all look over me. I'm sniffing my nose a little bit. I've been a little bit under the weather here the past couple days. Not felt the best. Still don't feel the best. But I'm taking a few over-the-counter meds and trying to get better, get over this, because this stuff's awful. It's like right in here from your ears down, back of your throat. But anyway, being sick sucks. Okay. Ooh, here's one. Let's get into this one. Things no one knows about you. I have web feet. There, I said it. Have web feet. Had it all my life. I'm joking. I really don't. I guess something that nobody knows about me, and this is the crazy part, which I know it ain't going to make a lot of sense, but a lot of the local people around here don't know that I wrote a book, and they don't know that my wife wrote a book. And I'm talking, several people don't know. Yes. I guess something else that nobody knows about me is I am, I guess, very social person. Which I guess if you talk to me a little bit, you figure that out kind of quick. But I don't care to talk to people. And yeah, hey Amber, good to see you. Whoa, that's a good one. Got married in a funeral home. There's so many questions just popped in my mind. I put a heat pump in a funeral home one time, or we was installing one, and one of the guys that was working with us, we was up over where they kept basically the morgue area, and one of the guys fell through the roof up to like right there and was hanging onto the rafters and started screaming for dear life because it was like not only like a 12 feet drop, but they was in the morgue. It's kind of morbid, but yeah. Dunkaroo icing. Man, I like some Dunkaroos. Oh, made me crave one right now. I'm glad they came back, by the way. Dunkaroos are so good. They disappeared for like ever. True. Let's see. Who wants to hear just a little bit more of the book? If I can read. Lord, that was awful, wasn't it? Let's read this a little bit more and we'll play a little bit more. We've only got like just a couple more pages and we'll be through chapter 1 anyway. Again, if you're new to the chat right now or to the stream this time, we're picking up reading back on my first book here, Sky Scorcher. And before we end, I will go back over my wife's book just a little bit more there too, because I think to me it's so good. And she has another one, and like I say, next time we go live, we'll go over it because it's so good too. It's so good. But we're approaching we're on almost 50 minutes, so I do want to kind of not keep everybody up too late. I know some of you have to work tomorrow and have things to do starting the week out. Yeah, Good idea. Oh, thank you for reminding me on that. Okay, here we go. Back into it. Yes, answered James. He'll be posting the royal guards with 20-minute intervals and patrols inside the king's chambers and throne room, said James as he finished eating his meal. The sun began to set as Missy started to clean up the dishes. I'm going to make sure we are still on our heading to Cloud Bay, Misty informed James. Cloud Bay was a floating city of steam and lights, where all airships going to the palace passed through to check cargo and restock supplies. Merchants from the Vaspian Islands sold and traded goods there as well. It's been a while since you've been to Cloud Bay, said James. It's been a few months, sir, Misty answered James. But don't worry, she reassured him. My wit is as sharp as ever. Good, exclaimed James. We're going to be picking up a few nobles whom I have promised a safe passage to the palace. I'll make arrangements for our guests then. We still have a few hours afterwards. I'm going to get some rest. You should too, sir, suggested Misty as she headed for the helm. James looked over the plans one last time as he sat down in his comfortable chair and drifted off to sleep. Shortly, he was awakened with the sound of the boarding docks coupling together. Misty's voice came over the intercom. Successful docking, sir. The Royal Guard was waiting to board. By the time James made it to the deck, the Royal Guard was giving the seal of approval on the paperwork Misty was holding. Ah, Mr. Blackwood, said the Chief Inspector of Docking Bay 4. Good to see you on top of things, Mr. Bricky. I see that Misty has already gone over the cargo and essentials, said James. Oh, yes, all's in order. Enjoy your stay in Cloud Bay, replied Mr. Bricky as he left the ship. Misty, said James as he checked his watch, my guests should arrive within the hour. Go and make arrangements for supplies. Oh, and stay sharp. Cloud Bay is more dangerous than it used to be. Yes, sir, replied Misty as she gathered her things before setting off to the market square. She turned back briefly and retrieved her cutlass after remembering James's words about the recent dangers in Cloud Bay. I tell you, I don't know if it's where I'm sick or what it is, but reading really gets me parched right now. And I guess I'm reading out loud too, which it's something I never really do. I keep it all up here. Not a whole lot up there, but it's usually what happens. I was looking at this card, and I just got to do this. I know I'm a little squirrely, but things that would make your life easier. For everybody that said dishes, a dishwasher. For everybody that said laundry, a robot. And vacuuming. We have hardwood floor, but for everybody that has carpets, I've really wanted to try out one of those remote vacuums. A maid. Forget the dishwasher. A maid. You really want a maid to do those things? That you have to pay somebody to do it? I don't know. I mean, I guess there's perks with it. Good, bad, things like that. Of course, you never know. It's just hard to trust people nowadays in your house. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure if that was the case, then we'd have all different kinds of people doing things for us. They don't get the corners good. All in favor of a maid say aye. I guess aye. I mean, that'd be cool. It means less work I'd have to do. Let's see. Here's one. Things that you'll never get away with. Things you'll never get away with. Me personally, I would never get away with like committing a crime because my conscience would eat me alive, and I'd be like, I did it, I did it. That's just me. 100%. True. 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 That is true. Let's see. Things that won't stop. What's something that won't stop? Things that won't stop. We all do, I'm sure. We could all use that. True. A tie, itchy bug bite. Things that you want. Toothache. I don't want a toothache, but that's, yeah. Things that won't stop. A toothache won't stop. Things that you want. Yeah, tie. Time. Oh, time. I was thinking of tie. I was like, after I said that, yeah, smoke detector with like bad batteries. That's awful. That's awful. Things you want. Me personally, I wouldn't mind to have a little more time in the day. Which I think we're in that time of year where we're on that downhill slope where days are starting to get shorter and shorter and shorter. And then the winter time comes and it's like dark at 5:30. Fun times. I kind of wouldn't mind to have, or things that you want. So that'd be a want. I kind of wouldn't mind to have some stock in like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I think that'd be kind of cool. I always could use that. Always. Here's a simple one. Things that are hot. The sun. Sunburn. And I burn bad. I mean bad. I'm sure, Bearded, you know what I'm talking about on that. You think you? Let's see. Okay, so we had one that was the opposite of this earlier. Yeah, hot sauce. True. Takis. Takis are... My wife was asleep one night. Had a bag of Takis. She was there. Mouth was open. I was watching TV and I slip up off the couch, all ninja-like and everything, tiptoe through, how the bag makes that noise. It's like... So here I am just unrolling it, still asleep. I grab one, I take, and just slide it down in her mouth like that right there. And it wasn't like that, and it was like tears. It was awful. I'll never do nothing like that again. It's really bad. Here we go. Things you don't want to last very long. Me personally, I don't want to be in a doctor's office very long. I don't much care for, work days. I wish those would hurry up and get on through and over with. Being sick, yes, why does those last? It seems like anytime you get sick anymore, it's a week. Phone calls. I'm kind of old-fashioned on phone calls. If it's something, especially if I'm talking to an old friend, or I don't know, something like that. Now, I do text a lot, and I just text random stuff. Like, I'll text my wife, like, hey, I got you a surprise. I'm like, what'd you get? I got you a toilet bowl plunger. Or something like that, just random stuff. So, yeah, you gotta be random sometimes. here we go. Where's some of those bargain hunters at? Things that are rip-offs. Things that are rip-offs. Oh, yeah, you're random. And texting is different. It is. It's not as a personal, or personal interaction as talking and hearing someone's voice. But things that are a rip-off. Hamburger right now. Gas prices. I guess inflation in general. All that wonderful stuff. But I know I said I was going to get through this chapter, but I want to, we'll do that another night. But I do want to go over this one more time. The 52-week photography challenge, just one shot. My wife did write this book. It is really awesome. Scam calls are awful. I can't stand them. Can't stand them. Let's see. This one is pretty cool. This one's week 12, and it's called Boring. So it's find something that is a common, everyday, boring object and make it beautiful. Now, toss me a roll of toilet paper. So I guess toilet paper is boring, which we know now that with the pandemic, the shortage of toilet paper, that kind of is a necessity now. But check out, if you get a chance, it's on Amazon. It's super awesome. Yeah, that was pre-2020, but which, I mean, so was this one. And if you get a chance, check it out too. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get this one for like dirt cheap, and just two of them's on there. Give them a chance, check them out. Like I said, we'll read more next week when we get to that point. We are kind of leaning more on the line of doing live videos on the weekend, unless we're, because we do go camping a lot. Unless we're somewhere like that, then we might possibly do a live video while we're out. Just depends, or if we're at a show or something like that, you never know. Well, that's the beautiful thing about it, that opportunity is there now. Oh yeah, if you haven't had a chance to go check out the Clarence video today, head over and check that out. That one is hilarious. We have a really special Clarence video. It's going to be a good one. For tomorrow evening, it's going to be a doozy. So be looking for that one. Then it's probably going to be a couple days in between we do one. Yeah, you enjoyed it, didn't you? So, but the one for tomorrow is going to be just awesome, and I'm so excited about that. So be watching for it. It'll be sometime after down tomorrow evening, maybe even closer to dark. But I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have enjoyed our time here tonight. I know we've kept you over an hour, but thanks for hanging out. Go check out some of the videos. Check out the books. If you have trouble finding them, you can just basically type in the Harlan Mead, and that'll pull up those. And then you can type in, I'm pretty sure it's just one shot, should pull this one up. If not, you can type in the Nicole Mead, and that'll pull that one up. So, I can't remember. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, and we're getting ready to, we're looking more into some merchandise that's Clarence related. So stay tuned for that too. That'll be out hopefully shortly. But thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun. Till next time, stay safe and keep watching.